What's going on, folks? Life Lessons with Juvy, episode 53. I made sure to check before I actually started recording today. I am your host as always, or for the first time if you're just tuning in, JuvyThaKid. Hit me up with your topics on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at JuvyThaKid. It's that simple. You guys throw the topics in every Tuesday and Thursday, you get a Life Lessons episode. Could be something in life that you've been contemplating and you want another perspective on it. Could be something from the news. Could be something just silly you want to throw on. Just could be anything. So let's get to it. This is pretty much the Little Jenny Wren episode. All three topics are from Little Jenny Wren. She's been a supporter since the beginning. Just an awesome person to even be around. So everyone, go support her. Just stop by, say hi. Little Jenny Wren. Killer clown craze. Dubs TF. Even okay. I don't know. It's weird because I can pretty much break this down for everybody. In the UK, this has been around Halloween. This is kind of a thing that like a lot of people do. It's been going on for, as far as I know, at least a couple of years, but it could be longer. I heard about this a couple years ago. I heard about it last year, and it was all just based in the UK. So what I think has happened is now, like, North America, like the States and everything, like, they somehow caught wind of it or whatever, and they started doing it. And fuck, you know, when things blow up, everyone thinks it's a good idea. Everyone wants to try and fucking do it for some reason. I don't know. It's one of those things that, like, it's been around for a long time, but it just got, like, really noticed, I guess you could say. Pardon me, itchy nose. But yeah, it, like, in the UK, it's been, like, a thing around Halloween for a while. So, this is just kind of like the States and Canada, like, we just figured this out in, like, a mass quantity of people. So, it's going, like, viral, I guess you could say. No one's tried it on me. Honestly, I think it'd be one of those things, depending on, I'm not really the one for, like, those pranks and shit that people put on YouTube where, you know, you either jump out like a clown, you're walking with an axe trying to scare somebody, or you say something to them that you think is funny, but then you get punched in the mouth for it. Like, those aren't, like, none of that shit's pranks, and I'm not a fan of it on YouTube, and I'm not a fan of it in real life. So if somebody tried this shit and they were just trying to walk up to me with an axe, trying to be all tough and shit, I don't know, like, let's see what happens, I guess. You know, just fucking, it's probably just some stupid teenager that needs, like, a slap upside the head, turn the mask around on him a bit, and they'll probably take the mask off and be like, man, I'm sorry. So, I think it's just a bunch of stupid people doing it to get attention or be part of the new trend. What if the Purge was real? Pros, cons. Well, a big con would be there'd be a lot of people going out to kill certain people that may not deserve it. Like, they're gonna kill you because you did something wrong to them in high school and they never let go of it, or you broke up with them and, like, they can't get over that. You know what I mean? Like, it could be fucking any little reasons, and people have held on to it for fucking years. They're gonna come after you. The pros, because there are pros to it, in my opinion, it kind of gives us the freedom to get out these, like, savage tendencies that some of us may have. Some of us may have, like, these violent periods where we truly feel we want to do something to someone, or we could do that to somebody, but the laws and everything prohibit that, and we can't really achieve our goal. So it's one of those things, like, if somebody did something to your kid, or somebody, like, in your family, or you just know that they're, like, a really fucking shitty person, just, like, I mean, like, one of them evil fuckers, it gives you that leeway, that little time of window of time to get some, you know, savage shit out of you and take care of somebody that honestly fucking might be better off not around people. Some people you can't rehabilitate. Some people are past saving, and some people don't give a fuck about being saved. They just want to hurt other people, and they want to see other people in misery or pain or whatever. Maybe the purge is a good reason for that. Taking care of those people. I don't know. Maybe that's wrong of me to say. I'm sure other people won't agree. It's one of those things, like, at the end of the day, none of us should be in charge of somebody else's life. But to say that there aren't valid reasons why we shouldn't take somebody out sometimes, that I feel like that's I don't want to say naive or whatever, but it's, you know, admit, like, there's times and there's situations with people where putting an end to their fucking evil shit might be the best thing for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, sever a head to save the community, I guess. Fuck. Yeah. I don't know. That's a good reason for the purge, in my opinion. Coffee break. I've been cutting down on the sugar in the coffee. I went from triple to double. I had to try and slowly wean myself down to black coffee. But on with the episode. Do you believe in ghosts? Have you ever seen one? I do believe in ghosts. I believe in the paranormal. I think it's one of those things, like, for us to be closed-minded enough to just be like, there's, you know, we understand everything. This energy or whatever isn't this. It's us playing tricks on ourselves. I feel like there's too much in the world that we can't really explain. And then honestly, like science can't explain it either. That's the one thing. Like, people don't understand that. Like, okay, like, science, if you're looking for a solution for something or whatever, like, there's many people that are involved to put funding towards those tests or whatever, and usually the science for, like, this goal that people have in mind, that science was created for that goal in mind. I feel like with a lot of, like, the paranormal stuff, there's really no way to, like, properly measure it. It's kind of one of those things that, like, I don't know if there really is, like, the technical instruments to put a concrete answer on it. I guess it's all where you stand on it, you know what I mean? I'm getting warm. I don't know. I believe in ghosts, though. Have I ever seen one? I don't know, because it's one of those things, like, what do you consider a ghost? Have I seen a white glowing figure of somebody from, like, past times standing there staring at me? No. Have I seen, like, somebody walk through a wall like that? No. When I was younger, I had a couple experiences that you can chalk up to paranormal if you want, or if anyone else has an answer. I've seen, like, black shapes, like shadows in, like, the corners of rooms and stuff like that, and when you, like, one of those times where you're staring at it and you know it's not, like, a shadow from yourself or from anybody else, and it's, like, kind of like you get closer to check it out and it just slowly disappears on you. There's been a couple different experiences that I can't concretely say it's paranormal. You could make the argument that it is, but it's, you know, I'm not too sure. It might have been, like, a mix of the way I was feeling and, like, my mind just, like, excited. Who knows? Man, see, the paranormal is something I can go on about for, like, a long time. I find it so interesting. My nan, actually, when I was younger, she would tell me about this experience she had. Our old house in Toronto, it was a very, very old house. One night she woke up and she said she saw a man in, like, for lack of a better term, like, Jack the Ripper era clothes, like, with the trench coat with the kind of, like, shoulder part, the top hat. She saw a man with that type of wardrobe in her room, trying to pull her out of her bed. She started kicking and screaming, trying to fight. I got goosebumps right now. Kicking and screaming, trying to fight him and everything, and then he just disappeared. That was it. Like, he was gone. Like, he was never even in the room. I think it was, like, 2 or 3 days later, the lady, excuse me, the lady who lived next door, I believe, my nan told me her husband, I believe, was in the military, and he was away on a trip, or it could have been he was what is it? Active duty. He could have been on duty now, but either way, he wasn't home at the time. The lady next door came over and asked my nan if she had seen anyone around the house, and she described this exact man that my nan saw, like in her house. But it was kind of the same thing. Like, she freaked out, and when she got closer, he was gone. So I don't know. I obviously wasn't there. I can't explain it. My nan it was one of those things where she was 100% convinced, like, this is what she had seen, this is what had happened. And it's one of those things when somebody is that, like, when somebody is so, I don't want to say like convinced, but when somebody is so passionate that, like, this is their truth, it's kind of hard to really argue with that, because, like, we weren't there and we didn't experience it. You know what I mean? I don't know. The paranormal is one of those very interesting things and very debatable things. Obviously, there are some people, you hear stories and they are completely outlandish, and it's like, okay, like, I believe in the paranormal, but that's fucking, like, you're pushing it here. But on the same side, there's the skeptics, which, like, I'm half believer, half skeptic, and that's how I believe that's how you should be with some things. I do believe in the paranormal, but it's one of those things, if you can explain it logically, then, you know, explain it. Like, right now, my daughter's window is open and I can hear her door rattling. Some people would instantly, like, kind of freak out and be like, oh no, like, that's a ghost, whatever. I know that it's the air, or, like, it's the draft that comes in and, like, shakes her door a little bit. So, but yeah, there's this, what I was going to say is, like, the opposite to the people who are very outlandish with their tales. There's the people who are the skeptics who would rather make fun of you and then try and actually hear you out and listen to what you're saying. So, I don't know. For me, I believe in the paranormal. It's an intensely interesting topic. It's something that people for hundreds of years have been interested about. And for me, I feel like there's been so many people who have been interested in it and experimented with it, that, and it's for so long, that there might be something to it, you know? Do we know what's after this life? No. Do we know what happens when we're out of these physical limitations? Your guess is as good as mine. We can all have our own beliefs and our ideas, but we don't know. So, for all we know, like, there are some spirits or some sort of energies and entities that maybe are stuck here. I don't know. This has been Life Lessons with Juvy, episode 53. I've been your host, JuvyThaKid. I've actually had a lot of fun on this episode, too. So, thank you to little Jenny Wren for the 3 topics. Halloween's coming around the corner, so I think for the next little bit, we'll do some Halloween topics or something. I'll post them, and I'll throw, like, specific ideas for you guys to maybe, like, go off. But yes, if you'd like to hit me up with your topics, or just to say what's up, hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, and the Snapchat at JuvyThaKid, JuvyThaKid. All my quiet kids, my freaks, and my weirdos, for the love of everybody, keep being weird.